Fresh the Beta Pharmacy Esha and all leading herbal shops. Hoinano, Ubenya be etimi etu, Upebia tobacco consua, Ubenya be etimato. Yadi the heavy, and San Wafa Bibinito Map Plus. A 0558 055894 0541 337 816 na so ayekama yanko na yanko fix your ride no our Fistman Ride Company Limited. Fistman Ride Company Limited, we own the finishing na finishing no ya shall say free baby and when catch us or car no e mfa na akonya kwanhia esie accident car and auto ye se betie sin that them na be munu dwan dia na chese ho ene baby abekọ abefo kwantempo kwa so ene de eye na nyama nyina aye ye oba ya so ye a ye ibomodem eye accident car repairs, engine turning, overhauling, body works, oven spraying, air conditioning services, sound so and electrical works, automatic gearbox. You burning nyina kama the amount yen and ye maintenance and general servicing for all cars and into to make nabra yen aso ye bakacho so car no woto ye no wo 2021 dia woto ye na 2022 ne modern type aba fe koja wo mu na afi mu nyane kama ne enne de no aba no eno so ahode ni nyina no entumi enyepe o ka no mpokonya kwanhia wo de ban ye ne nye na kana bebo a eni atono ho ana afi wonya kakra de ato ho na no so enije aba ye nkokuma se ahonjo run about between Georgia Hotel and Greek office one mo ho ena omo ehye 0500 210191 0551 498884 yenko wie our power specialist herbal hospital ohenere akoso do ya to nsa from 9 times award winner our hepatitis B ho eno nti sai ade no wa hwa wu mu na nso fifire kakampo timi kotwe e de ba wo betu kwan ya ye discover pe nya de obetimi atu kwan no fatty liver, prostate enlargement, ulcer, fibroid, kidney stone, and until the reference SK, Eddie Aba A2 stomach upset no, and so as a liver canadian, Mua, Muliba no Canon, and no and a babu, we are true din caretakers, Jilka Herbal Master and capsules, Memankwa, and a F5 a easy cinema, Mamma, and my Bema, Okonim, a bra, one or ba a shim, and pem, yeah, quite a crack, Binya ACP Road, Power Bar Stop, Kumasi, if he has some 2 road, Drea Junction, Takrade, a Anaji Estate. 0244 544422 0200 383831 na eno so aye kama ball player adaroma yenyina so na anopai yemfa eno so si ewa ha boss. Thank
you. All right, it is semni Coach Abubakar Watara and kasa say look mo am say has of problems no eni pa ba kono mo boa mo betime yimedi so we media and no solve a problem ye nyina no say tenase some introspection na ye solve your problems no sacking me will not be enough.
Do you want to be public affairs? Ubiati kanaju kan wajina no be ko. Also for influence no say what you are saying is a leak Yantinia. Given a master Yanya, they say Yantinaki to analyze, they take the decision, favor or not favor for somebody. I think that situation can review. So they say no one because the doctor says we are you move that question. Given a master Boa, would the petrol to come 10 years old, pass me the missus and Nasa. And consider would the petrol bush, would you come mechanical, or the shadow is not a petrol, the same thing. So, one cost I always say was for that. And for football teams, yeah, every year they are commencing, they share it. Season year, they share news in that. The actual, they show me a fact, as I may have the meaning we can't, yeah, man, assembly. And possible my people no so everyone they go score.
Okay, so also mo winning na meanwhile also supporters no you see tiade can say the attitude of supporters plays a crucial role in helping clubs secure sponsorships. He stressed that passionate and united fan bases make clubs more attractive to potential sponsors. So he has urged supporters to rally behind the team, describing them as the lifeblood of the club. The supporters say, and your results, make sure you come to the stadium and support the team. Then we move on. Okay.
I think you can't say fast. So anything here is the blood for the club is supported. The energy is supported. The amount of things is popular. The sponsors or the supporters' attitude. So you have the technical team to the management team to a triangle. That triangle, energy benefit among that triangle I want. And you find no more thinking. Management, plain body, technical team. One day you record. The supporters only come here. Team is Muna move back. No small resaba. Nothing anya holding. So more holding but next time Kotoko. The Bible Roma Chile as a folk. They always ask the pass will move to Aros. And difficult to my players go to control the ball. Go what is it? That year, June 4th cap. You may say has the cap. I'm the coach. The support is the bias. Not a young for that much. We are not in the course. That the fans.
Nanaji my coach ma visit FC wakasa wo captain coach na kasa o se Ghana ball ni tinkontingo ngwa tu ye coach a untimi kura steady obi eno akọ omu nyina so mo route 1 football kiki anom dimika kiki oh no o count the other go kasa
I think and you're competitive enough. Tactically, you got a lot of clubs that's playing a route 1 type of football. You to make a tactical plan very difficult to pick a club and study the club. So the European club, Chelsea with Fabasa, Sabasa style, how to map up strategy and idea. In Ghana Premier League, most of the clubs they don't have that. It's very, very difficult to take a club and dissect down and make sure that see no button so you call counter and say match na IFA most of the clubs in the route 1 play. Even you see now him say tactical but you say making team go and from the same area. Him say and then but the standard of play na above him kaka as compared to those days they were in the Premier League. It's I'm thinking sir your coaches no you see to me.
Okay. So coaches no route 1 kick and run. Tingo. Oh yeah. I say the standard of play is low and the league is not competitive. Nanajima. Only Abuja for Nibia. UK. I said the only UK boys no. It's a tactical, no tactical plan. Go town. Aye. Na so ya no imagine opportunity say me say me share baby. Ba wa pass no. Now nim number go use. Okay, and your friends are quiet. Kumasi asante kotoko. Especially interest in Ishmaelado and the Oho and Kofi Adams, sports minister. Or say Black Satellite Squad no. Or say Omu Edomuko Meteos with few additions. Abraham 2028 Los Angeles Olympic Games. It's the way there. Captain, everybody.
Some can advise and can you bad here because normally your team go tournament a bad. You team not. You how is it build the team no ko. Near this band team.
The team got time also build it. Team I had any build it.
No, me can't be serious. Me can't be serious. And I'm say, every time I saw a tournament we, I'm fat. Tio, you from Amfa, but who potential has you? So if you build on that, who are the crab can and can you bad?
Potential as a guy idea.
Or but them so too. Much as the ministers are not again on honor. I think some decisions that were taken before your tournament, by the coach and the FN must also be analyzed. And then they arrive at maybe a person you could do. That is a very necessary aqua. Because this is the coach, I'm the two. Or no professor, or best sack all the premier players at the local league, because of say week in, week out, on the league, no Masaba. And for that, he thought that their players were not helping the cause. It was sacking all these players Then came players Europe, so some few days to the tournament. I don't buy. So what happens to that campaign and all calling on? What happened to it? Those players that he kept for that so long, I expect some about match, no, about games at home. What happens to them? You see, at any point in time, because of a tournament that will continue Ghana, and at 20 only players who pick these players from clubs. But for you to say, because the Premier League clubs are buy week in week out, league matches, no, you have to know what's a lie. Okay, what's a lie? Now do a campaign and officer, you can build a team on them, no. A do see a tournament now. Some few days to the tournament, they invite these players from Europe to come and play. Why those players that you kept, were not given enough opportunity to play? So what kind of knowledge in the coaching area, you know? So in such situations, coach, somebody say catch, you know. Such coaches, no, as somebody say catch, you know, what decision you will take here. So these are some of the things that yes, I say him. Now you say if the F, you know, and so many people can. So players that you invite them to buy, you know. Hey, players, you I'll try them about tournament, I push you more for better or bigger contract. I don't call man. That is where my problem is. But I want to believe that. So if you look at this under 20 Kobo, say if the coach had given some of the players would deprive them the opportunity to go because of the Premier League teams no. Or Salary no. If they were given the opportunity to go there, I want to believe that and can be better than because the Egyptian team any national team. And yet team what can say Egypt only host nation now we only too good to the extent that not Ghana ain't team overcome them. But for the decisions they take here and the course so yes your tournament you expect to say after the tournament at least you keep the core of the team so they prepare the next tournament ahead because from under 20 you graduate to under 20 under 23 and any bad but say if coach you better now such decisions I will take here if you do no high
and yeah
man course no
and no decision Sunday Makati answer from the point of the football association on say the coach doesn't take decisions alone to only say whether executive committee or say management they agree yes sir on no team fan penka say what we
so my
high no can ho decide here
okay yeah you are but since he's in charge you know and I'm limited to that but I agree with you do not make
coach
I was adding them
nobody will allow him
okay so also going forward now I think that such things must be looked at now you're making sure say prepare a team the team must include every Ghanaian and more was so it doesn't matter baby ball it doesn't matter baby ball our local players have suffered too much I'm free we need to treat them well so to house of folk ne coach Watara and Semno me from my anger me free banner me I don't think coach Watara are performing that bad though. I merited the kind of comment to be a house of folk supporters be
I say one near consistent with Watara
because I've been here they be here now they be here now
I say me ba me ncho anyin so Jack say mo be kaya obebo Watara abasu bi pa Emma another time bi am say match bi anko yi kura Emma obeka so am say no na say Watara oya ade na ka say we dey bia ono a ana me na me nka
ene wa am chiro mo because yana mo hai ene wa
James me yana mo hai
on twen
o me ka say Watara father
on your show what's na ka on your show me say coach Watara from house of Fogo mu free ba at least the last 2-3 years he's done better than any coach on fan from where house of Fogo free ba because they've been struggling for relegation all these years but Watara no buy you know as it stands now house of Fogo is not thinking about relegation for that he's done well but he's not the coach that house of Fogo but using the league so going forward no either house of Fogo will bring the younger ones maybe Abba now Watara a promotion to the technical director now we are not about so
brother be you am a
say me there me stand not me feel that Watara was not doing well but the board now has convinced me said they've seen something Watara And there are things that with the oil and never be fine.
First one.
And you know, if I want to.
And what there be much be ma? I'm saying, maybe
one off be or by the work over was where I do.
What that happened was on your own.
Now, Minyashos have ever said this. And I'll put it to be able to say if or more that date in that record no move from the Bible consider as far as Watara.
Recording there obi kai bi this hour na go date recording there one who date recording will be anyway
so
okay
House of Folk as it stands now we do and I say we can maintain it baby a House of Folk team no the board on direction wo I think say the supporters no a distance apart and that is what bringing what is going on now because if you bear with me say all these years House of Folk has struggled say nay if House of Folk is not thinking of relegation or the threat of House of Folk local relegation it means he say the team don't have moved from one place to another House of Folk team no and they are preparing a team. If you look at how Watara the kind of players we put together they are preparing a team and I want to believe say if the management is either say the board and the management no omo encamp and church the supporters and other supporters they decide say they are adamant they don't care the more can be area if they has at any point in the league. You see the point? Forgetting say
that's a big club.
It's a big club. But
relegation that's not where they belong.
But they
been a dome
for three seasons continuous.
By no honor.
Free relegation that's from league.
At the point now they were in contention.
Of course, until it's almost trying. That's what the best. And what is going on?
Yeah, almost through. You know, no more.
What they say? Winning the league, no crossing. But when they say that you are not there, you are not there. It will take some time. That's why I make us say it will be over the quality of players. The maturity of your players come into play, and all these things. M1 has to folk. But I still believe say going forward. Maybe I want to say you know the managing director no I so intensify no juma I so engage the supporters no I so making sure say or the supporters no in line with the board nam
the coach can also do that.
Yes, when you talk to and also coach in the way the kind can say omompe no a session of supporters omompe no the be bia enkoye e ma omomfa
na sanso no so bi so omompe.
Well, and they say until say this guy kwakwe no but I think the House of Folk family need to do a lot of education to our supporters. The supporters I want to believe they are demanding too much. Demand at this point in time it's too much. They should understand and appreciate where they are coming from. House of Folk has suffered these days. Maybe maybe person will say I said the Kotoko Roku shoulders because I know Kotoko a House of Folk. But this is the reality. The reality is that House of Folk has struggled lately, and they are coming out from that. Maybe from next season, I will agree with them. If we start the next season's league, now the House of Folk continue to be here, then I will agree with the supporters and no, I'm free. The team must go. To me, he's quite okay. At least as far as House of Folk are concerned, no. Anybody, I'll pick it.
That's fine. Remember that kid to Sansan, I'm in fact Jackson. Herbal Center and Kaibo Mraman for say nay Jackson natural capsules. And no ye adwuma yim dom penny ntinimu. Ame mayo aba say the city here. Waist pains. Ni nyina ebekọ na ma power. We are as a strong man. Kai say enye nne na Jackson natural capsules ibe adwa so. Ghana fo nim na dia tum maybe atwam friti nne. Jackson natural capsules. Jackson mesadie yedi treat malaria, treat fever, jaundice, typhoid fever, and the keke ka ho. Esa boa ma makwa fiche so ma omunya na said omo pe na fata. Jackson Herbal Center dui dwumai wa wumu ache abo adwuma pa besi nne wo brane. Omo Jackson malaria drone di ho adanse. No more natural capsules no so can be asoso. Freyaxen ne pinch munina I was 0244 723 541 0244 723 541 na fe yenko me banko boso me fe ho memfa nsuayem number 2 medo ko asiwa medo ko asafo market akwa adehyiman akọbọju sango bekwai otafo na afem ronto ni nyina aye bosome from rural bank ho nkomo na edi se ope bank ya yedi sika si ho dwo ho ni asem bank o mani mu tichecho sika semu obi special account joint account trust account susu savings account fixed deposit the account nyina no aye bosome from rural bank ho nkomo na ope bosia so awomo a susu loan micro group loans overdraft agric loans and bonanza loans in the keke kan ho nyina pesika never trade wadwuma na ekofom obeso toy shares bia ekwanda ho and you become part of our growth and success. Okay, Bosun from Rural Bank head office no nsuem number 2 your branches were Siwa Asafo Adeshiman Bojusango yewo bekwai ota from Ronto and I e-bank and down star 992 hash star 992 hash ya frame ewo 0548 533 050 Bosun from Rural Bank 0548 533 050 frene penchemu and 0243 600 002 0243 600 002 na yeko kapito zakito oya ready ana jroni enko nam say grow fine mojadru eno no yede haban ne koko na ye wonu muto a eno so no wa untimi ni de otemenka na mintimi ni dio da bi pe grow fine mintimi na o pe grow fine na o experience menstrual disorders ukwa ficha unya na said the anum grow fine ma yare omo hoto omo eno esaye ma wo mo a wo mo bo omo ban se infections ene ade ntimom so baby eton droga na ha bia no bi wo ho kolinaka na se misty ana se smart herbal fredimens apidank baby a ye ka na mkrum but se wo tonyo mpa grow fine dina ka no ne pebito open chiremu nti ebetofo consultancy Bradekita Heba ewo Kumasi Amakumran about Yabe Bank of Africa. A number in here 0244596532 0244596532. Grow fine makes you grow fine. Zach yeko. And you would be the mean scientific.
Yes.
Sheikh Amin Bonsu. Wano ena ajidinya win international awards. Countless number of occasions. Stroke and you when you mupa when you quite fast so many pass original and also. Award ye na eyedu twam Sheikh Amibons or say oba amen chronic diseases yare de ba na ekokwan chronic nyina wo he ene machines are amen for the adwuma na machines e frama na ne ano de papa ebibi mu ade bi ni ha ye de obetu machine mu ama wa hu sampa ayare sa wo baby okọ amen scientific hospital omo nko na omo nnu mako 24 and over a Ghana ba ja tum siem ba hwe yare ahodo Bomodia se obeko Amin Scientific Hospital. Ya de na nkrofo ntumi na no mutumie. Kumase atwuma techiman kwada so ase kwa so no mwo. Odi bomodia ya kakra du so for life. Ewo kumase so ko Amin for ka siwa air combecho. Your branches o enchi. Boga wa bebia ni akra takra de tamale. Your wa tebu. Your nkoko sunyan ho. Sefi de bi so ho nyina ho. Your number ni nie Kolani nyina nim nya number ne boy den kura 0277 me ka say makata mani na me bo 0277001234 0277 reverse makata mani ameka 0277001234 amen ne number nkwana nkolani nyina nim. Okay Zach yankwa
so coach Ranajimai edi asamaba na Metien on voice no. I like the fact that on was also Sam. Almost no easy. Okay, most or you see most. Most of them. No cranium me. I'll analyze the message and the message and I'll
leave the message.
And leave the message. All the message in the it will bring a lot of the message there. Many 100%. The message or the man many are about 200% say and most of our Premier League teams you'd
hardly see how they play. Just say, you follow league. You say, you can't even teams. You never 5 say. Let's analyze their system. By bed, say we analyze their system. Say this is how the coach set up his team.
Maybe you don't understand the system.
No, say but Abuche DIT in stadium by the team we are able to analyze their system and see say coach this is how he's set up the team. But when they be it babara, your coach they don't go home. But you okay Zito ba the first match. Our boy babara no one point Zito first match no. Ediana. And I reached Monday in Banner say I saw some changes from how Zito set up the team from how Ogum set up, and then they said, "Sir, Kotoko in possession now as a back three. Omo Elusubo na he defends in the 4-4-2. I can't was it. But I idea tell who from Ghanaian coaches, especially play in our league. I say, oh, kick around and
but that's not fair to them.
Now.
So okay, mostly yeah.
And tell you, see, some my Zito first give what I saw from Zito. I don't mean again. I Casamango. Luckily, I was at the stadium when Kotoko played Nations. I was Brancase. How any team no. So, boy, I don't know. Or your natural winger. But what he do with the boy and he said, so much boy now. Boy no matter window. The boy ran to add to the number first Chawote. Now my I say top 2. If you watch Castle Mungus Nations FC or you will see coaching in how or set up the team tactically and set the boys number one. But you can't say this to most of the coaches. But again, my man, Sahan and Ajimam too. And some are working, so against Vishina. One thing is very clear how they play. To look at the screen. You my 3 goals be similar pattern. It's just a idea or more here. Or similar pattern in terms of how Omusho goes. You wear against money and Mediama born in here. Now you say videos about how they build up from the back. Or utilizing the left wing, to look at this goal. Most of the same pattern. The same pattern. How much you born? To Omono most say, how we go? They say, Obabon and Obotu. Same pattern. It's Obabona, sign the left side of if we are caught in the vision videos, you're able to see how they play on the Hamza. Share another this goal. Same pattern. To see how Vision play on it as my Hamza, how they set up their team. On the board alcohol, then they use number 10 as a soko on one reference bono. Come so here. It's Mama 3 goals. It follows similar pattern. How Vision almost says 3 goals. No, Nina Mayani Hamza Juma. It's a show say Anya Biano or no our kind of asem no. Say only the bubble na offer only the videos call our first bubble. You will see the pattern is clear. To say yam anything to this goes. Unclear where pa no bo. Akwa control ya pa no omayi na frame. Obo akomodo. And the no change ball no ko the far end of the left. Then the ball they create a goal. Sadly, at least it's something that they do consistently in their games. But most of the goals that we score in the Premier League, a boy, a long boy, a premier, a premier to one way, go. You can't analyze the goal very well because of just a boy beam and a coil. But at least this guy, he's doing something.
The results you're saying?
No, also woman. He's not talking about results. He's talking about system.
I don't remember for you, Master Coach. Results.
Oh, sir.
Yeah, coach, I ain't got to win now.
Oh, sir, your example of Vincent Company. Bayern Munich fan because of the style of football.
But no more who
and say a star no. Unse company was consistent with the style of play at Burnley. Even though they were going to relegation, but only Burnley here, sir, almost style of football no. And say sir, he will possess the ball. No ball no. And I think say going forward, the Ghanaian coaches should most of them now no Sunday will come most no. I'll use most of them because so if they are playing, you see, say at least because of pattern that system no young boy every at least system is there. And I need them to analyze some of them so too. And I see when they are playing, say system will not over the ball. Jojo, honorable minister. I mean, I never knew so a spokesperson at the GFA no, because recently he speaks more as the spokesperson of the GFA than say Okasa as the sports minister. Yakwa tournament. Ani ball na yakobo no. Any de ma ye failure no. Any ye funyare any yare. It is clear say most of the boys are not fit to be at the tournament. But young koton munti any if I play say young fonko na young fonko boss are born no. And yes I'm so too. But so with the Buamio, a captain of a team. So the one quite want to make me a woman. Team or player or captain team at a qualified tournament. Player BBI Nyanzo is okay for us to say that now he's not qualified to be in the final 23-man squad.
Maybe I discipline. Maybe I
player or captain team are qualified for a tournament.
They are dropping no.
They said now on good enough to be in the final 23-man squad. Honorable Kofi Adams, when they say come once more, you should be interested in how they use agency and money players to go to the tournament. And anyway, 23 don't think Mon qualify a young tournament. You selected your players to go and sell them. You drop all the players that qualified. And I'm going to players. I'm going to when they hear honorable, when they hear born boy, no, on make some players now official who promising in them that they can play U23 and qualify for Olympic Games. Some boy qualify for Olympic Games. Honorable, yes, now you should be minister looking at solving problems, but not trying to force yourself to be a PRO for the GFA. As way. Harry wa Harry mun say on best propaganda way. Harry should be
the policy where the minister telling about Los Angeles 2028. And no case say no here for under 23.
Under 23 says.
No cause the team here ko yi. Mo the additions kakra bi kan ho a. Bet mo hu so mo ya de. Mo ma free mo the additions.
Mo hwe ni.
Ona say do semi final.
Ele bi enu semi final.
Quarter mo.
Minister born one heavy. Minister born on Gasam no. Truth is that. So the one on anything kind of nyana. Boy, I
black I want to go when you different.
So what TV so. We saw the ball. Egypt for no. They qualified through the third best team. They were extraordinary. Your group will question me now. We saw how the games were. You do one match qualify. But truth is that born now they be never can say now undo man akwaba and then be abo what are say born no enya papa na utu ask for games you can say boy that time bomb ebeto enya ba second be awa say na sabo na wo hwe 20 no time bomb na ento da ko ba ko na ebeto because born enye everything show say that kind of ball you find trophy because dakuba you be show meter time bomb na beto and go to against Egypt no na Egypt actually 2-0 no na you say nko omo ball ni biom they have done the most important thing they score 2 and we just say ball no eti ball no minister should be interested in players that drop omo no me pa cho enti house for community and 20 player kotoko omuni and 20 player Chelsea, almost a player. And then a 20 player. This is what the ministers will be interested. Say, players no money born now, coach and add drop on. Now only the funny teams or two. Why the coach said, say, oh yeah, premier players because we can be on league match on Yomo. You got tournament, Jerry free. Who know eh? So Bobo ever settlers the year. No foot play, no go eat Spain. No go Bobo Spain. No fly by a Bobo. Edama Ghana. We much woman can want him.
Thank you.
What double place because they go weekends. Bobo play a team or some promo. Meanwhile, the main tournament in a day, an embarrassment that happened over there, and they said, Strike and Bobo Magana, we are not football like Spain. Bako ball, I'm in the club, or we are not playing. Just imagine all this.
With you.
You producer Sama and Saka said, Kotoko, you interested in Ishmaelado of Heart of Lions. Now, Unse no can that 20 team no more. He's one of the best. Now, a player may sure say even before say Zito Webana Kochoguma Kano has because one of the interviews at Kochogum near Santecor Comedia you know. And now we'll be a question about the local based players who deserve blasters call up no. Go to after so ball Kotoko players you know. Other names of boy you know na Ishmaeladu to Tunani Dinka. And now I'll try say if you are a follower of the Ghana Premier League, you know what this boy can do, especially in the middle. And no believe we say as I say national team for no 8 mission na omoko fano na he was even calling say Onya Blaster scholar. I'll come to the profile and what he brings to the party. Me to a central midfielder. And Otimibo 6, 8 nibi. And the age and so 18, 19 years or below 20, will be all under 20 they say. And the young player. But he has been doing it for about 3 seasons near for Heart of Lions. Now, I'll come to the profile and other things. But some and I a book to company for Basso. The kind of transfer some year, you know. Moto January, you know, who transfer and so. Yaka Kotoko second round. Omuntimi catch up you know transfers ne ka hopa. Last season we are na Kotkoja players be required. There's no need to mention the names. By replacement ni be Mohamed Kamara. Yebenya Lord Amwa. But there are even questions about Brukum Chelsea players. Because the previous season now the Kalu Watara. And even Henry Ansu Abe no na Gideon ho. But Kotoko went back to Chelsea for a right back in Lord Amwa and a left back in Patrick Esiedu. And we told normally instant fan favorite, especially Lord Amwa. Also, Esiedu the one start you. We don't say that Sudan, you know, is smart and started so obo. And sana later, Obe pra ama Esiedu ababebo. Esiedu started so obo na no be happen asem. Otuo Samba. The Samba Bayern also Sergio Ramos. The first game was against Heart of Folk, no Koje man of the match. Instantly no be about Samba Abaso. Say send your car so a Ramos idea bibia chere so betimi aye adwuma no. Later san ye be hu Joseph Ablo and then people like hey and he Ablo no so ya ade. Tibiso to now hwe Kotko signings na Lord Kamara Kotko Kael on the man of the match. That na Frederick Asaiwo Blasters. Samba Ablo Oben Finfi Obizoto Emmanuel Entry. First game excellent. Kotoko Techiman Young Apostles excellent goal no say etwa so krenya Blasters call up. Then Saka Dauda started coming. Albert Amwa no to say Kotoko signings no. Amanfo bebre like now Albert Amwa obi a wa 5 goals there. Oye dey ka so a replacement for Mukwala. Cause now she dey Mukwala 14 goals or kwa. But Albert after 2-3 matches after next time for oh Kotoko after a good player. But now the conversation was that after say even Jacob and a smart pair baby fire. Now Bibia say January say Kotko ye meaningful signing. but no credit dey clear Kwesi Asante ambobo amakotko atwa ne contract mo eno ana me ka ho asem zo tuo this is a player yesi edu from middle of September out to October na abokotoko left one yemfo obi meka ho na bia matches ti say FA Cup bi kwesi edu home no that was not the story esi edu ne boy ya kwesi ntimi ambo this is a complete F on the transfer market Tolakakofa player in less than 6 months now be trying to contract move for a position that you were in dire need of somebody. Kotoko right back Ajete had some 2-3 matches be and went off. Kotoko Musa right back one Kote Pra the rest of the season so to bobo it was the alternative over to compete with Lodamwa. But so to Asha Lodamwa Pra no. We've seen more of Michael Sefa on the right side, Justice Blay on the right side than Daniel Ajeti. Inti Ajeti no so akotoko fa no so ombehye nifa ho nya adwuma ne mom no kra no so sem so tuo ono so agu no so. Inti we kire ho nipa abeka se oba ya odi bibia abeka ho ya Michael Sefa dem ko fa no free Port City no. And one thing is clear. Also Kwesi Asante no di team. No two kwan no oba. Ajete misoto na watu kwan na oba but Sefa de na obobo e Port City at the time oba after 2 days training no got 20-man squad central for bisa ogumogum see he was already playing football misoto one lesson here say a player who was already active and what me aba sele than omo anomonye on attach no ma tu kwan omo ba omo training here justified so they failed on the right back alternative and the left back alternative. Akofa head the Cabre Kotoko. Now you look at the attack. Kwame Poku. Now when you a Isaac Minta and Samson Eduku. We have your mom two quite on mobile. And to no crania bakope. Between the three, Nipa Bakwa who say or the BB Abaka Kotku no is significant. Kwame Poku. Isaac Minta who so. Samson Eduku who so. Inti January now could decide say me fa players they be counsel they metimi atoa so compete for the league no to ubetimi akase mienu out of 7 and aboa kotoko because Benjamin Chum goalkeeper no to oba no ontimi betu Kamara and ontimi betu Fred Kasare. The only game ya husu akoda was Kotoko second half against Isu Atremai after say Kamara did red card so to go and look at the kind of goal he conceded and nam ne ho na koto net. 7 players our second round transfer window 2 and then you adu and I say obeka somebody bibia beka ho so Kotoko entimi accelerate ye especially in the league ebra obo home away no was because of their January signing but omunya a good start to league no was because summer signing no was much better than the January signing. Lessons should be learned. Yebe uremu wa summer yi ese Kotoko sa ye proper signing biem. Eni kwan say akoye January die ni bi. Because so to ene January die ni ma chance a wa ho betimi ajabe 7 no 5 no betimi ajabe 5 so kwan. Because so medika ajaba akokora kwan dada. Next ambeboa club no financially it will cost you because most of them no me omo betu ko omo ba. To the price ne be osoro. The salary ni be normal salary a wakofa division 1 ni ana division 2 ni obi watu kwa ba de salary no osoro. 2 the impact you expected on your team when team am be deliver. The sabre and common starting no obon san go back to kwa am fa so ye the summer because summer ne dem so too it was better. Ablo Samba Siedu even a smart before say smart but kono bi agi to say he was a good player. You laugh what he was doing on the left side. And you be the see. Tinana Penkra, no to coach Akwesi Apia, coach Karim Zito, and coach Malik Jabel. I have a fan so many basically the leaders of Asante Korokoro.
Malik Odeoho.
Zuto. Technical advisor.
Director.
Technical director /
okay.
Interim head coach. Zuto.
And Akotosu then
administrative manager.
Oh, okay.
ti de be ka kire omo no say otu omu nya abotre no mo mpa ni yi edu kwa say koye player ono ball match baako a o ya ade ntino the next moment na wo break bank akwa no so what scout player na wo gidi so obeboa wa do take your time and monitor the player. We are sure say aka be 4 matches to end the season. Omenya short list of players bi o manage ho. But this is the time because what shade ya. So obetie bi abe 100,000 Ghana cedis. And be kwa fa player no abe flop. And ka wo per coach, but we say coaches no licenses B the license C for the bebre around. So wo per be mienu ana miensa. And I would see a mugu more without payroll so busumi bia so mo de ne say ebia watch away for bono any ebia north where for it sounds like to Ghana league no division 1 they achieve 3 zones to the pebako for zone A no pebako for zone B na pebako for zone C na djuba ne say some notice player bia mo bedman wako on constant basis to go and observe and watch the matches of the player. Also, Nanajima complaining about the Ghana Premier League. To Ukraine say there are some of the teams you even struggle to get their highlights. It's a would depend on match I own any boy and a match on a house boy, which is likely say better TV so pay. Sir, I know scouting report on the player. Obeba be go any masse. Obeba ma won sabe si form. It is sabre na so to with 4 matches to go. Ebia enye house no kotkono. They should get coaches to monitor some of these players. Now, I'm proper data because you play he or enough support system, and also our players some more complementing with team no born no. And I dear, baby, I will call you the bar. A Juma now person or no. Our person no kwame no betiare. For instance, Amankuna Chelsea, and if you want to book Chelsea matches. Adia Baku clear is a Steven Amankuna without the ball, he contributes less to the team. Only the NES say he has is in the system. They are working to feed him. It's all Kofaneba Kotoko. Now we see what be at 10 goals. It will expect us at 10 goals. Now say on defending whilst he has the ball. The truth of the matter is he will struggle because the support system a man is selling what Chelsea no wouldn't be Kotoko because the Kotoko system is demanding something new from him from adaptation plus expectation adapting to the Kotoko system plus the expectation from the fans no whatever I'm supposed to do no to papa so
thank you
so omun take you more time and your Kotoko nko akeke Mr. to hard to folk is also similar omun shape players ni omun nya enough data you see him say Kotoko beko for left back. There should not be repeat of Akwesi Asante Diano. Say locally, Francis Akwana Ope, say Eric Osebo na Ope, say Bismarck idea of a year Heart of Lions na Opa, monitor the player. Send your Okofane bar, your investment will not go waste. It's a simple advice to Kotoko, especially about Africa. To Africa, Ninyamba Mupe, Obetiasi, former Ghanaian player B, Oko Rwanda, Waba, most were trained in 2 days. Yes, you assign. Obebo baako sky eka ya tre kroma na Kotoko abeg money ade because of Africa ni akofa aba ye
so na
eka so they should take their time with the transfer this particular window.
What watara nkan coach what nkan also supporters no ni baba baako mo nyina mo nka mo na mo nyese prayer no mo mehe ball no some ba parka na corporate world no who say yes, team they attract no my sponsor. Into a small man, son and Becassa no ABA bar center. Suffer Rasta. I'm going to Matara. Suffer only on no when need and no here when you say glaucoma and not a 10 even cataract. You see when this one no boo one day when you are there with travel, says as I don't know. Won't mean kind. Because one can we want to tell what I see me now we hear me and ya you know you call that was my can when you be ever sent to go through and if you don't give you was that can you light mommy from now try oh jump out I about man And I'm intending you know. Correct.
Okay.
Was specializing in the treatment of specialize in the treatment no.
At the boss office.
All disease. And my cause of water so for our saying. One man draw the gukum. Many sooner want to say no. Many dear war a SSB or private akai. On ambassador has a call to be uncle or another jum or doma. Brother Jum. Sisi kumasi o kwada so junase kwada so jom na chiwa sisi kwa kopi mo kaswa omunya ne mane makumasi kwa ntia ba bo ne number no mame
Number ni say number ni so for ata number ni 0541 56 5199
no repeat it say the be obi
0541 56 5199
abako ka ho
na ofre no na say siasia gina so na engage am free eno ye voda 050
tell it
281 2161 the ofre MTN no na say siasia gina so a bravo da no
tell it na we old do tell it
okay. Don't tell me say. Okay. No one knows that tell me say. Tell us.
Aban, I'm gonna say amfa we.
Jesus, what you can say? Omo frere no mo so de so pay mai. Omo frere no mo de so pay e mai. Na frere no one for the open mai nya. Yes so pay mai nya. Yes so ye. Because football department be here ne de. Department BA here and resource. She says that department na be resource ma obey style and I say I'm feel happy and I dey open say usu nya won nya. Because your supporters na dey your always in say football na draw lose win. But I say win air doors one and me feel happy. But lose air doors one me feel bad. It do depend me feel bad. E ma won ka say e break no ano na ni sa anyi da bi. Cause sabi if you are so be no ya bo na wosere cause abaya na ye de ka ache leaders no say football no ya be say ye de achira che ye de street sense fa lim en kopie pia bibia computer ngutami ye de street sense ne ye kasa ball ba bia ball na duru sisi ya no who hwe open supporters or Africa ha ye the results na free supporters that's African football who change na ye sa na etie et the house of folk supporters be ya breye ya bre papa 3-4 years ya bre papa you be really gini bia vote plaques you be really gini bia vote plaques e basa emwa anan me kan fia say league ya you be wie 3 times 34 in 100 and over et case ko be from 40 to 55 bia ultimate from 40 to 55 bia so ultimate amani ye because league ya be wie a ultimately 100 points the league there oh 50 so team relegation but baby e dano any league in the performance in dia we be ka say ya de nya de e di coach de ya di ka ka che no say enyama na ne emi se na msusu say obetimi aye no ma hu say enya de ebetimi maso di maso because me na we de me papa no ma hwe no a se sama sabe akwala du tam wonante aye na duro aye na santi akwala du tam so wonante na ma fe be adara tu sare so cassette na ne bobo no o cassette na ne bobo adara tie mi cassette na bobo no mi ko to wi aduma ko yan jebo nyum bi o boy ya no bobo kotokodi o de nyum bi o bobo Africa we mu ye bi ama yenyo
obo amampanifo osadivo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah no abo Murtala Mohammed anwa sawa obo mudi
obo African president o wi na de kotoko
Abubakar Tafawa Balewa o wi no say yemfa sidama Fabulous Boys
ti ho meti
enyo omu a kaye hu African
ti wana mi cassette na mhye ho so
and I'm tea and I'm sad. Me so many go school as a mini.
And we kotokodi
film.
Na de me
Me so ye.
To go film.
Go to the film. I do go to the end mammy petty. Mammy.
But we also have Azaka Sudi.
Azaka is the enemy.
What's it Azaka that you
pay? I don't know. About pay.
so yes man no ya dey be adutum yesem no a o si bo hu daro no doctor kra se men ka se men kire na me mu abaso ntira mansan wo kwan afaso a o ye esem ehu ojo esem time me time na mizoto e ka de e ka cheche mu nko an gese eja kasa na so se be ya mizoto obia bete na obia be koso ni anom no eti na nyima bebrebe kwa gini din owosoro enso be one that so advert. That's why advert is very important now. At any point in time, it's all kaka nipa no refio ho. Enu ntina de bia no edu heba hospital. Ye koso, ya wo de bia no na ya break akra. E wo today's sports time no so. Na ya kasa kira mansan, na ama mansan yaresa, kopado ni bi na ohonto. Sisi ade ha nipa papa obanya be manya. E ma no kra de mzo tu. Omo ya kase, e da no obi kase percentage about 90% of ma omo chi no e wo ya kase chinyam. Obuto so kakra dum so to de bi obusi omo ya de bia yo so ba e ma about 90% of omo akire kakra na so omo to ahyehye kama hu a kama no nya omo so omo ya na saa ya de no because SM ana be jo mo minipa bi doctor bi na yes nhwemu
doctor na research
ana ka chem research no
na sample size yes
that I cannot tell o ma that brief for there that you make go detail no
na about sample size
me pa show you na on that something that
say it is but also research
okay and who sample size okay
doctor the eyes and maybe yare ba no
I know the
say no so research e bia e ma 30 ba ho bia mu 20 no mo o kan so mo chi no
omo chi
wonyam company of waste space eno e enough obetim the account say
yes
e ma 20 ba omo company omo waste ni nyina no dodo na no ya na omo chi no
esoso okay
nti obetima conclude say
me am here na me
based on that ma omo chi so no
me busa me nua ba shake so confirm ma me say no kro tawo so say no and so me nka se wono o ka tira me say e ade e mata company sa and so na dey asama ehia enu ti na SM ewu na so to edu aba hospital no nemu aye no doso who say stroke there one kasa kwa YouTube say the West Africa any Ghana dey number 1 obi ni ho enti stroke no waka say uba mankasim ba fi kroma so to hostel facility ho a say wo dey stroke patient ba ye gene to ho na otwemi no ekoka boso mi so no emfa ho ni years anipa no anya stroke no so to benya dance bia bi di e dey akira busua say busua ba mabuo so obi afiri so we dey dey ayekwa no mema wo mu hihyew edu aba hospital e wo mankasim ba fi krom ko na nkonko boa biso to diabetes asema mo kan say abas diabetes ko say diabetes ye ntu ase ana ye so ano ye ntu ase na edu eba hospital say bra mankasim ba fi krom de hospital kan ho no oba na obeka ho asem e de akire so to ulcer ana STDs ni nyina so ye hwe na kan ho asem malaria nchekura malaria drobi ba edu malamix so to e chan ajan e so obeka ho asem e de akire e wa ha na esem na ebusu libido eno so na watinka na tikono abas ehianti mema bebrebe eni atinka mizoto ade happy papa
atinka ne de
mizoto watinka u feelings de ma ohun oba yakopon na say that boss ade no na say oba no
na me na ba atinka
of course no boy oba ade ori asida mizoto na me na oba ere ka ho
na me na ba atinka
yes mizoto na me na ba atinka say be manya say oba nya oba ehun be ma atinka no na raise markers adi ye bia minya kampe
atinka se come de atinka ne ka se bebre
enya come de no enya come de enam wasem na meka
oza atinka ne minya wi amepe ɛne atenka no
olùbìdó ọ̀fọ́mù a wéé bẹ́ bu àwọn ẹ̀ntì ẹ̀fíà bò ní wúhẹ́ à ní wọ́n ahwẹ́ ní wọ́n pẹ́ bi na wọ́n di kófìyè náà bìbí àtìmí akọ.